Back on the show, all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. You're listening to Get Down to Business. I'm your host, Shalom Klein. As always, get on my website, shalomklein.com, where you can hear podcasts from this program and actually get a sneak peek of who's going to be on next week. Once again, show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. So also here in studio, I have Kari Gutstein, who is a branding expert, a marketing expert, and thrilled to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you work with a lot of interesting people every single day and a lot of interesting businesses, but I guess the common theme is that you help them look good. Tell us a little bit about it.
I do. I help companies with any kind of their marketing forward-facing needs that they have, whether it's printing, whether it's apparel, promotional items, trade show booths. You name it, we have it.
That's fantastic. So you are involved in the promotional products. We've all seen those cute little pens. You and I were talking earlier off the air, and you were telling me that you are not a big fan of just that one-off order. That one, you found a cheap pen here, let's order that over there. You actually partner with your clients on developing a plan of action. Tell us a little bit about your approach.
My approach is I find out what is the purpose behind ordering this item, whether it is a pen or a sweatshirt. What is the reason that they're ordering this? And I want to make sure that I'm matching up the perfect product with the perfect outcome. Promotional products actually have the highest return on investment on any kind of marketing item. 8 out of 10 people hold on to the promotional products that they get and use them for up to 5 years.
So what's hot in the industry right now? Obviously, it's starting to get a little bit cooler. We've all seen some interesting products, and we've all gone to trade shows, and we've filled up our bags with things. What are the things that people are actually holding on to that actually are making a lasting impression?
Oh, great question. Depends on the age group of the customer. So for millennials or younger people, definitely the tech items, USB drives, but surprisingly, drinkware, the logoed cups, coffee cups, everyone loves their coffee, the big tumblers, the giant 30-ouncers, those are super popular right now. For the older customers, bags are always popular.
What about apparel?
Apparel is huge. We do a lot of every kind of apparel. We can do it. We actually have a special relationship with Under Armour, which is unique in the industry. Most people don't have that.
That's fantastic. So that's on the promotional product side, but you're involved in so much more and really helping businesses brand themselves. We were talking earlier about healthcare, and we were talking about name badges. Let's talk about name badges and uniforms. And is your company able to handle those sort of requests as well?
Absolutely. And what we like to do is set up our customers with a ordering portal so that they can order those ongoing repeat needs right from a website that we can set up for them so that they don't have to wait for someone else to handle it. They can just go right in and get that ordered.
So let's talk about a company that has multiple locations that the CEO wants the branding to remain uniform. How can you help them manage that ordering process, keeping costs under control, but also keeping the branding intact?
It's so important because if you have multiple locations, you want to make sure that the items you order in all of your satellite locations match the ones from the home office. So we assist our customers to do that via the web portal.
That's fantastic. That's great. So curious, sticking on that theme that we were talking about with Chani earlier about the strangest request that she had. I'm curious, what's the strangest request that you've had for a promotional product?
Oh, I've had plenty of strange ones.
Oh, you were ready with this one.
My favorite, though, recently I did include a promotional whoopee cushion for a customer that wanted something that would catch attention at a meeting. So we ended up getting yo-yos, which was really fun. Everyone was having fun playing with the yo-yos, and we included on that yo-yo for life's ups and downs.
I like that. That's good. Mm-hmm. So I mentioned earlier that we like to try to get a tip, a little bit of advice. So promotional products, fantastic. Uniforms, of course. That's important, and surely, as you mentioned, you're providing the tips on what's hot and what do people like. But let's talk about what goes on those items. Are you involved in the design process as well as in creating that call to action for people receiving these items?
Absolutely. I like to do as much of the graphic design work as I possibly can. And if it gets too complicated, I have a wonderful team of graphic designers I can work with who can do beautiful work. But that's the part of the job that I really love.
I can tell.
Is the creative aspect.
I can tell. Once again, we're chatting with branding and marketing expert Kari Gutstein, joining us here in studio. And she is a great resource on branding, promotional products, uniform, name badges, printing. The list goes on and on and on. But let's talk about you and sort of your background then, and why you're so good at what you do. Tell us a little bit about your experience. Tell us a little bit about the company.
Well, before I had my children, I stayed home for a few years. But before that, I was a nurse in the hospital, taking care of people. I still like to take care of people. So now I take care of my customers. And I'm lucky enough that I'm in a family business. My mom is the one who introduced me to this line of work, and I thank her every day because we love working together. We have a great working relationship. We are employee owners of a company that is $250 million company, and we have tremendous buying power because we are a huge player in the industry, and we have the best pricing. And they make us look good.
What about custom items? Things that may not be in a catalog somewhere, but a company decides, gosh, we need this item to give it. It sounds like you have some great relationships out there. Tell us a little bit about how that process works. And you mentioned the buying power. Why work with you? What's the unique value proposition working with you as opposed to just going on a website and finding an item online?
Thank you. Well, when you go on a random website, you don't know if they're going to be in business by the time it comes to receiving your order. We've been in business since 1981, so we're not going anywhere.
Okay.
And we want to make sure that everything is 100% satisfactory. I stand behind our work. We take great pride in what we do. And if something isn't right, we make it right.
That's fantastic. And one of the things that you mentioned earlier, which I'm fascinated by, is the ability, you mentioned that portal, to obviously help customers sort of manage that purchasing, and that's really important. But also on the other side of it, you mentioned that, let's say on Get Down to Business, people want Get Down to Business swag. You're actually able to create a portal that people can get their fleece jackets and their pens and all those sort of things as well.
You too could have a whoopee cushion.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if we're going to be doing Get Down to Business whoopee cushions anytime soon. That might get me in trouble here at the station. But I guess somebody else can set that up. So your company actually has that technology to be able to do that?
That's right.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So we are quickly running out of time, but I want to make sure that people can find you online and obviously get a hold of you. Tell us how our listeners can reach you.
The best way to find me is on my website. My contact information is right there. And it's simple. It's just my first name, Kari, KariASB, for American Solutions for Business.com.
That's fantastic. And the final question, are you able to work with businesses outside of the Chicagoland area as well?
Absolutely. We have customers all over the country.
Okay. Well, Ed, where's the strangest place that you've gotten an order from?
Well, my partner does a lot of work out of both Seattle and South Carolina.
Okay, those are random places. So the woman that can help you get your custom whoopee cushions as well as so many other items, Kari Gutstein, thank you so much for joining us here in studio. One more time, the website so people can find you.
Sure, it's www.Kari, KariAS, as in Sam, B for business.com.
Fantastic. We appreciate you joining us here on the radio. Coming up, I'm going to be sharing some tips and advice for all of you small business owners about networking. You don't want to miss it. So Chicago, don't touch that dial. You're listening to the show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. We are powered by Tandem HR, your solution center. On their website, tandemhr.com, they have a fantastic blog with information about the Affordable Care Act, with information about Obamacare, and how they're providing solutions for companies in managing compliance on so many of the new regulations that are taking place. There are new overtime rules that the federal government is kicking in, and all of that information is available on their website. at tandemhr.com. But, of course, you could always give them a call, 630-928-0510, 630-928-0510, and talk to their wonderful team of professionals about how they can partner with you and develop a PEO approach, a professional employer organization approach, to helping your small business manage compliance in this very, very, very complex world. You're listening to the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. We heard from Chani Rector, we heard from Kari Gutstein, and we've got more for you about small business coming up after this quick break. Don't touch that dial. Get on my website, shalomklein.com, where you can download podcasts from this show, get a sneak peek of who's going to be on next week. We'll talk to you soon.
The clock is ticking.